All right, let's talk about one of the most important and maybe most overlooked pieces of equipment in your home. I'm talking about that unsung hero that works day in and day out to keep you comfortable, your HVAC system.
And you're probably thinking, what could a small town in Texas possibly teach me about the air conditioner in my house? Well, you'd be surprised. We're going to dive into a pretty unique case study that actually reveals some universal truths about the tech we all depend on. Because, and make no mistake about this, your home's most vital system is fighting a constant battle. In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on that hidden war happening right inside your walls and show you exactly what it takes to win. Okay, first up, let's head to the front lines. We're going to Friendswood, Texas, a place that is, well, basically a proving ground where HVAC systems get pushed to their absolute limits.
So what is it about this place? What makes it so incredibly tough on this kind of technology? Turns out it's a perfect storm of environmental factors, just attacking these systems from every possible angle.
And just look at this list. It's not just one thing, it's a combination of forces. You've got that intense Gulf Coast humidity, which forces the system to work overtime. You've got corrosive salt in the air that literally eats away at the metal. Then there's the shifting clay soil that can bend and even break the ductwork. And to top it all off, frequent power surges from storms. It is just a relentless multi-front assault. And the result of all that? It's pretty shocking. Manufacturers, they might advertise a lifespan of up to 15 years for their equipment. But the reality? In a place like Friendswood, that system will barely make it to 10 without constant, proper care. The environment literally shaves years off its life.
Okay, so we've seen the battlefield. Now let's talk about the symptoms. How does the system actually show you that it's losing the fight? And the great thing is, these warning signs are pretty much universal. It doesn't matter where you live.
So you're going to want to keep an eye out for these. Are your energy bills creeping up? Is the airflow from your vents feeling kind of weak? Are you hearing strange humming or clanking noises? Or maybe the system just cycles on and off constantly? If it can't hold the temperature you set, or you're getting weird smells, these are all cries for help from your HVAC system.
And one of the most common culprits behind all this, especially in humid climates like the one we've been talking about, is something you can't even see. It all comes down to the system's ability to drain away the water it pulls from the air. That's a critical and very common point of failure.
And this is just a brilliant illustration of how one tiny problem can cascade into a disaster. First, some algae and mold block the condensate line. Seems simple, right? But then, water starts backing up into the drain pan. Now, a safety switch is supposed to trigger and shut the whole system down. But what if that little switch fails? Well, then you get an overflow, leading to thousands of dollars in ceiling and wall damage. A tiny clog becomes an absolute catastrophe.
Which naturally leads us to that crucial decision every homeowner faces eventually. When you get hit with a big repair bill, do you fix the old unit, or is it finally time to replace the whole thing? Well, believe it or not, the pros actually have a rule of thumb for this, and it's incredibly useful. It's called the $5,000 rule. It's just a simple formula that helps you make a really smart financial choice instead of just guessing. Here's the core of it. If your system's age, multiplied by the cost of the repair, is more than $5,000, replacement probably makes more sense financially. It's all about balancing how old your unit is against how much it's going to cost to keep it running.
Let's just walk through a quick example. Let's say your system is 10 years old, and you get a quote to fix it for $600. Okay, so you multiply those two numbers. 10 times 600 is 6,000. Since 6,000 is greater than 5,000, the rule suggests, hey, it's probably time to start looking at new systems. See? It's a simple calculation that gives you a clear, data-driven answer to a really stressful question.
Okay, so we've seen the HVAC battlegrounds in Friendswood. What can we all learn from this? What are the big takeaways for every single homeowner out there?
First and foremost, you have to understand this. The quality of the installation is every bit as important as the quality of the machine itself. A proper install involves careful calculations, sealing ducts with durable mastic, and precise system testing. A rush job? That's all about guesswork, using cheap cloth tape that's just going to fail in the heat, and zero performance verification. The difference is absolutely massive.
And how massive are we talking? Get this. In a typical home with poorly sealed ductwork, which you get with those rushed installations, you can lose 20 to 30% of the conditioned air you are paying for. It's just leaking right out into your attic or your crawl space. That is a huge, huge waste of money and energy.
So, the key to winning this battle is all about proactive maintenance. This slide right here is your playbook. Schedule professional tune-ups twice a year. Keep those coils clean, regularly check and clear that condensate drain line. We saw how important that is. And of course, a simple one, use high-quality air filters and actually change them regularly. These simple steps are the key to a long and efficient life for your system.
And I've got one last piece of pro knowledge for you, the 3-minute rule. If your AC shuts off for any reason, maybe the power flickers, always wait at least 3 minutes before you turn it back on. This lets the pressure inside the system equalize and prevents serious damage to the compressor, which is basically the heart of the whole unit. A little bit of patience here can literally save you a fortune.
So, all this brings us to the final question you should be asking yourself. Is your HVAC system equipped to win its daily fight? Now that you understand the challenges it's up against, from the environment to just normal wear and tear, you can give it the right support with smart maintenance. And if you do that, you can make sure it keeps you comfortable for years and years to come.